Hello, welcome to the SSA Release 2024. Yeah, this is a continuation of what we've already tested this year, including one that we couldn't get the last time we tested. The Raspberry Blackberry wasn't available last time, so that is added to this list because it is still new 2024 release. So I figured we'd add it. Um, as we go through these, we will go worst to first. I'll go off my list. There might be some we don't always see eye to eye, so there might be a potential. We'll go like what's your worst number for ranking?
Four.
Four. Okay, I have a three. It's probably the same flavor, but still, yeah, I have a three. I have one that I really don't really recommend. So that's where we're going to start this one off. So we'll start off with, for me, it is papaya. I got papaya perfume funk, as if you made papaya into an aerosol spray. It's not like intolerable, but it's really close. It's almost made it into a two. It's pretty bad for me. I gave it a 3 out of 10. What about you?
I gave it a 4 out of 10. I got a tangy, slightly fleshy mouthfeel, slightly sweet tropical vibes, but it doesn't really taste like a papaya. It's got some weird, funky off notes that I would not get along with, and a lot of people wouldn't. But
There is some fleshiness to this, but it's like fleshy perfume. It's weird.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why it didn't go to a two because it has something in there, but there are better papayas out there. I'm sorry. As I say, missed the mark on this one. Do you have any more? You have fours, you said, right? So I'll just go with my other four, and then see if you have any more. All right, so I got red sweet apple. I'm getting a red semi-crisp apple with some peel notes, mild sweetness, and a touch on the bland side, but fairly realistic. Would have probably, oh, wait a minute. This is actually a five.
I had
Let's
it as a
stop.
4.
Yeah, you had it as a four. Okay. I had a 5 out of 10. Sorry, I was going by the numbers we had for when we tested them, but yeah, this is my next one though. You had this as a 4 out of 10? All right,
Mhm.
I had this as a 5 out of 10. I apologize, but go ahead.
I got it's red. It's definitely tastes red. It's slightly sweet, but it's not really juicy. It's not really flavorful. I didn't happen to get that peel note out of it. I didn't get any fleshy notes out of it. I just got like a sweet red juiciness that could somehow maybe be manipulated into apple.
Yeah, it's like that consistency in it. It feels almost mushy for the consistency of it. Mushy, like I say mushy because it's not even mushy. It's kind of like weird, kind of sensation to it. And it's a little on the bland side. It's not great. I did put it as a five. You could use it. There are better red apples out there for either, even if you're going for a soft apple, but it is redeemable and usable. So, do you have any other fours?
Nope.
All right. So, next one for me is the cherry maraschino. Getting somewhere between a Luden's and a candy cherry here, somewhere in between. It's not quite full Luden's, and it's definitely not a bad medicinal note, but it's got a touch of it and kind of a candied cherry. 5 out of 10. It might be more useful than that, but remember, I always go conservative when it comes to, releases. Look up against other cherries, this might do better because the cherry is a really hard profile, but yeah, that like 5 out of 10. What do you get?
I gave it a 6 out of 10. I got a nice tart Luden's cough drop. I straight up got Luden's cough drop, but I got a tart, sweet Luden's cough drop and not medicinal. It's like nice and candied. I like it
Yeah, it's
compared
not
to a
terrible.
lot of the cherries. This one's a good one.
Yeah, as I said, that's why it's remember, we do have there's a slightly different rank. This isn't going against other flavors. This is just saying, is this worth getting? It might be. It might be. Time will tell with more mixing. I would not say don't get this one. I'd say if you're looking for a cherry and you want something in the candy range, go for it. Even though it has have a touch of Ludens, it's definitely on the sweeter, yeah, tangier candy side. Interesting. All right. Is it you have any more fives?
No, I didn't have any fives.
Okay. All right. So my next one here is strawberry candy. I'm getting a pink slash red syrup candy kind of vibe. Not full on strawberry flavor. It's like a touch of strawberry, but not really full on real strawberry. But that actually, I mean, it might be one of those flavors that works really good for a strawberry mute. They might still get that red pink out of it. Or it could use, I mean, like I said, it's got syrupiness to it. Syrupy, almost candy like level vibe to it. So I get a 6 out of 10 on it because I could see uses for backing another strawberry for me on this, maybe. What about you?
I also gave this one a 6 out of 10. I said it's not bad. It's not great. It's just another candied strawberry. Like, honestly, if you have a candy strawberry you love, don't bother picking this one up. If you're still searching for it, then go ahead. It doesn't taste terrible, but I mean, it's just another candied strawberry. I can't really say too much about it.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's 6 out of 10. All right, next one I have is Kiwi Sweet Ripe. I get a semi-realistic kiwi flavor with a wet mouthfeel. This one here is one of those ones that probably would do better compared to other kiwis. So don't let this fool you as far as the ranking on this one. I gave it a 6 out of 10 because I really need to mix more with it and try it against other kiwis. But I kind of do get a kiwi vibe out of this one, which a lot of times I do not get out of the kiwis. So 6 out of 10 is being very conservative here. But what do you get?
I gave this a 7 out of 10. I actually like this flavor a lot. I got a sweet juiciness out of it. It tasted like a ripe kiwi. It tasted like kiwi. And it's really good. I didn't get like a fleshy note or like a fuzzy
Mm,
skin note or anything.
no.
Nothing off-putting. It's a good one.
No, it's more the inside of the kiwi. And I don't get 100% everything, but I get a little of that juiciness, that juicy wet mouthfeel you get from a kiwi, and I'm getting some of that little bit of tangy tartness that you get from a kiwi, like the
See,
gooey
that's the
kind
part that's
almost.
missing to me is that tangy tartness.
That's very subtle. That's the problem. That's why I say semi-realistic. I wish that part was turned up a little, but I think they've come really close to that. But I need to mix with it and see how it mixes is my issue with being conservative with it too. Between that and testing against other kiwis is a different thing. Remember, this is always going to be different on a release thing. It's going to be more on a conservative side for me, always. Because I want this is whether to get it or not, not how does this do against others. So still on the sixes for me. I got meringue lemony. Lemon is a very artificial and syrupy, not in a good way, but not a terrible way. It's like it's all right. But I do get a nice thick meringue thing with a good mouthfeel that goes with it. I could, it's all right. It's all right. For me, I would need a little bit of extra help with a lemon for me to love it. But it's not bad because it is kind of almost like a cooked lemon feel. So it's all right for me. I got a 6 out of 10 on this. Could be a 7. It's not horrible. Decent, but I'm going 6. Because for me, the lemon's just not quite right. What about you?
I did give this a 7. I got a nice thick gooey cream. It's a really good meringue with a good zesty pop of lemon. Like I actually got that zesty lemon pop. But again, like with the Noms one, I got that zesty pop of lemon and you didn't. So that could just be a flavor thing. And I didn't get any pledgy notes, so I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, that is something. I did not get pledgy. It's artificial syrupy for me, but not pledgy. And yes, it is very much on those same lines as certain other lemons. Um, Especially like SSA lemons, a lot of them don't quite hit for me to begin with. This is actually one of the better ones for the SSA lemons. There's a couple others I like even more, but they're more candy. So this is almost going that direction. So that might be why I like it. But yeah, not bad. 6 out of 10. Could even be a 7. It's right there on the cusp. All right. So next for me would be the cocoa milk.
You're wrong.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
You're
Decent
wrong.
cocoa milk. It's a decent cocoa milk, almost full on hot chocolate. Like, but it's like mixed with like half the recommended cocoa mix. Like it's not full on hot chocolate. It's just it's cocoa milk. It is pretty damn good. I almost ranked this higher which is why she's arguing with me a little bit on it. It is pretty damn good, but I want to mix with it to be sure. So on the conservative side, I give it a 7 out of 10, which is definitely one I would recommend picking up. If you're looking for something cocoa that actually tastes like a cocoa milk or a going hot chocolate vibe, I think this might be one. What about you?
Okay, first of all, you're wrong. I gave this an 8 out of 10. This is my favorite out of the ones we tested for this video. It's a really good chocolate. It's like a really good chocolate with a nice thin cream. It tastes like a thick chocolate milk. I got like that SSA chocolate mousse chocolate, just like thinned out into a milk. Like if you actually took a glass of milk and poured some of that SSA chocolate milk into it, that is what this would taste like. Yes.
See, now I actually think this is more cocoa than that. I like it. It's properly named. I really like the way it's named. And yeah, it could have been up there at the top, but I really kind of like this other one better is the reason why.
I do really
Uh,
like this other one, but the chocolate is my favorite, and it is the chocolate mousse chocolate. I swear to God. And I've used it more than anybody alive, so I think I would know.
Anyhow,
Yes.
this one here is a leftover from the previous, should have been in the previous testings, but it wasn't in stock at the time, so we did grab it anyway this time so we could test it. It's the raspberry blackberry. I'm getting a nice dark, juicy raspberry with notes of almost boysenberry slash blackberry like flavor. Like blackberry isn't as tart. There's no tartness in this from even the raspberry. It's really kind of really juicy. So it reminds me of the boysenberry raspberry, but a little bit more authentic. And yeah, it might be blackberry, but it's kind of like almost as juicy as a boysenberry. It's really, really juicy and flavorful. I gave this a 7 out of 10, yes, but it was borderline on the 8 as well. Again, conservative because this is ranking a release, not ranking according to other flavors like it. But this is quite tasty. I really like it. What do you think?
I did get this one a 7 out of 10. It was my second favorite flavor that we did. It's a nice blend of a ripe, juicy red raspberry, and I did get a dark tart blackberry. It's not floral.
Nope.
I didn't get the boysenberry notes like Tim got. I did get the tartness. And like I explained to him last night when we discussed it, I think he's thinking in his head more of a black raspberry as opposed to a blackberry because raspberries are more tart than blackberries. Blackberries are like a little bit of tart and juicy. So, yeah, I think it's a spot on flavor,
It,
but
it's
still,
it's
he's wrong.
very tasty. It's very, very tasty.
He's wrong. Buy
This
the
is
chocolate milk.
and that is the end of this little episode of SSA releases. There are more coming. I got to order more. There's more in of the SSA's nonstop just releasing. So is FA. They'll just keep going. They're like Energizer bunnies. So there'll be more of these before the end of the year. And then next year, I'll be able to label them according to number and maybe give you dates of what up to the date where we ordered. Because it's hard right now this year because didn't do all the testing here. So just filling in the gaps on the newest flavors. But yeah, the raspberry, blackberry, and the cocoa milk definitely would be highly recommended. Then you got
Buy them.
the meringue lemony, the kiwi sweet ripe, strawberry candy, recommended. Pretty good. I mean, yes, definitely worth picking up.
I
And
mean, the
then
only two out of this I really would say don't bother is that red apple and the papaya, really, honestly.
yeah, the cherry maraschino and the red apple for me are they're worth picking up. Cherry might actually be worth more than that. Just warning that only is a low because it is a little bit on the Luden side, but it's a really good candied Ludens, like a little bit better than actually Ludens. So it's more like because there's gonna be people that are gonna be sensitive to that. No, there are. There's some people aren't gonna like that note. That's why it's at the cusp, but it could be higher. The red sweet apple, yeah, that just barely makes it into the, I would say it's worth maybe picking up
It's
but
not.
not necessary. I would definitely not go out of my way to pick it up. The papaya, no go. They missed it. Missed the mark on the papaya majorly. It's only one, but one, one out of eight for this is not bad. It's a pretty good release.
I mean, considering you have to go to Nom's to order these right now still anyway, just go with the apple green from the super concentrates. It's way better. Just leave
Apple
that red
green
apple.
is more of a red apple too. That's the weird part. Yeah. Well,
Just
double apple, kind of a double apple, but yeah,
just buy the chocolate milk and you'll be happy. It's okay.
it's cocoa milk. But
Cocoa
yeah.
milk, chocolate milk, same freaking difference. It's delicious. Just buy it.
All right, everybody, you have a good time. Enjoy. I hope this helped you out a little bit. No, we'll keep this coming. We'll keep doing stuff. Next week will be FA if anybody's checking out and seeing what's coming next. We have some FA releases we need to go over. So we will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.